Making some progress on the TT bug. Today we're at Swift Powdercoat here in El Cajon, California. Oh, they got it all going down. Woo! Oh man, I think I just got blasted with sand. Howdy. We got a whole lot going on today. As always, we're making some progress on the TT bug. Today we're at Swift Powdercoat here in El Cajon, California. We got 14 of these MR103 beadlocks, 6 on 6.5s, and we're about to pull all these girls out of the truck. They got rained on, the boxes are a little soggy. We got a pallet of these wheels. We got 14 of them to be exact. I'm gonna help this fine gentleman get them out. We're waiting for Cameron to show up, and then we're gonna go over some color options and give you guys a shop tour of my powder coater here in El Cajon, Swift Powdercoating. These guys kick ass with a quick turnaround. It's in the name, Swift, baby. We also got the lift today from Savage UTV. They donated this to our shop. Matt said, come and get it. My wife will pay you to take it out of my yard because I have no room for it and don't plan on putting it up. So shout out to Savage UTV. We're gonna powder coat the arms, the rest of the assembly. I'm just gonna use Steel It coating on because it would take a lot to kind of take this thing apart and pull it all together, and maybe I'll do that when I get back to the shop. I'm still undecided on that, and it won't be too much, but it'd be a little bit of a cost to do these big, huge parts. We'll see. I'm gonna help this dude because I feel bad not helping him get this shit out of here. I think we found some colors for wheels, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Argento that we're gonna do for the centers, and then we're gonna do the Sassy Polar Sparkle Pink. That combo is gonna look sick. Usually black, purple, we've done all that, but we're changing it up.
Yeah.
New build, new go. This is Cameron, by the way.
How's it going?
What's up, dude? Born and raised San Diegan, and he and his partner Bobby are the owners and operators here at Swift Powder. If you want to race on some Stewart's off-road, come on down. Good luck, because he's a maniac. For the customer's car, Jelly Belly, aka Jesse, he's doing a 30% black center with a brilliant silver candy red. He's gonna go with a candy red color scheme, and I'm gonna stick with some super loud shit.
I think it'll be good. Be loud yet classy.
Loud yet classy. So you guys started last year?
No, 3 years now.
Fuck, where does the time go? I'll tell you what. But these guys have been killing it. He's been successful in many other off-road endeavors. And one problem that I, as well as other people, face was timelines. And when he decided to start this endeavor, he wanted to get shit in and out. And he made it happen with the Death Boat when I had a big shoot, and we put that thing together for the Heat Wave channel on the Supervision in Lake Havasu, and I would not have pulled that off with how much other shit we had structured around it if these guys didn't come through for me. And
yeah, you scheduled it out a week ahead and then brought it in, and we had it turned around in and out. Didn't have to bring it in and out of the shop a bunch of times. And
yep.
Came in one morning and left, I think, that afternoon.
Swift, it's in the name. That's what he'll tell everyone.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude. Ooh, drop this off for the boys. A little brushed aluminum print. Might put some of those up on the Shreddy side. I got a couple extras made, or do a giveaway. But let's go do a shop tour.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
It's probably going to be a little bit loud, so audio might be blown out, but you get what you get, okay?
Yeah, we have a little showroom. A lot of people, they'll call and they'll say, hey, what are your colors? Can we look at them? And like seeing them in person just doesn't really do it. Or seeing them over a phone doesn't really do it as much as like doing them in person does. So we have quite a bit. Probably have about 200 colors in stock.
200 colors, that's what's up.
Can always
take a sample.
Yeah, take a sample, a little 2-inch color washer, and take it back, compare it side by side with something if you're trying to match stuff. We also send stuff out for match all the time also.
That's legit. So
helps out.
You can match colors if you already have an existing color. If they don't have it, they have color swabs that you can take and then bring back of just so many different colors. And I think since our first endeavor, I haven't gone anywhere else, and I don't plan to. Let's go check this out. Ooh. Shipping and receiving. They've received a bunch of shit. Darren's out there, he's crushing. A bunch of beautiful finished parts.
Yeah, we're one of the bigger ovens in San Diego, able to go 40 feet long, 10 by 10. That's definitely good.
40 feet, 10 by 10 oven. One of the biggest ones in San Diego. Again, audio might suck, so trying to fill you guys in and keep you updated. Sandblasting? No, it's powder room. Powder room. That's a big powder area. Sandblasting. Huge. A bunch of chairs and, dude, those look like wood.
Yeah. It's from some restaurant. They want them to look like wood. We got to sandblast them down, get them all reshot.
That's sick.
Do a bunch of burn off here.
Oh yeah.
We had like 40 method wheels show up today.
We got
So,
Luke
Big
McMillan.
Melon shop and yours for you and your customers. So,
We got 14 wheels that we're doing. All these 103s. They look beautiful as is.
oh yeah, they do. A lot of sometimes we just go right over the top with the candy. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it all turns out. It should be good.
That's what's up. So they got it all going down. The homies coming
Guys all
through.
happy. Like to keep it going. After we go through, after stuff gets sandblasted, bring it over to the powder room.
Sandblasted, then it comes over to powder. They got a couple different guns here that they work with. This is a man. Yeah. This is what's sick right here. Oh yeah. All right. I'm sure that was loud. I'm sorry if you had earbuds in or something and got blown out, or if you heard us or you didn't hear us. We're just running gun, baby. They don't got time to shut down their operations. They're busy making money.
Yep. So in here, this is our powder storage room. We have, it's climate controlled, so the powder will last a lot longer in here compared to being out in the weather with humidity and temperature. We stock about 18 different blacks and about 10 different whites, 15 different grays. Everything, we try to stock large boxes of stuff. We start getting into some of the prismatic stuff, and we have little boxes, nothing's in front of anything, so we can kind of see it all and save time and get stuff in and out.
That's sick. Oh man, just walls and walls of powder. You said 15 different blacks?
18 different
18
blacks,
different
I think.
blacks?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different blacks. Someone's like, just powder coat a black, and so we do quite a bit of it. And
Oh yeah, I just want a black. Well, what kind of black?
yeah, same thing with white. White's one of the hardest ones to match up. You just keep getting more and more trying to match Jeep fenders and stuff. So
That's awesome.
It's good. But 3 years ago when we started this company, 3.5 years ago, we started building this room, and my partner and I looked at each other. We're like, we're never gonna fill this up. So now we're getting ready to build another storage room and have it climate controlled also with it. And
Yeah.
to try to save money on powder and keep the costs down, so we don't have to keep throwing powder away if it goes bad, and it stays in here good.
That is awesome. So how do you get started in the powder? I kind of briefly touched down on it. You just didn't have like the turnaround time you needed for some of your own stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, turnaround time was kind of a big hassle, and there's about 14 powder coaters between Santee and El Cajon here in East County, and I know we're probably not the cheapest in town. My goal when we started this with Bobby was to have a fast turnaround time and a quality product, and those are our two goals. It's, you know, there's three things in service you can pick: good, fast, and cheap. And we pick the good and the fast, and we try to just strive on that. And if we can be affordable at the same time, it's good. And you know, a lot of projects we are and come in good at, but we try to keep about a 4-day lead time here, compared to a lot of the industries like 2-week or 4-week lead time. So
I have been in that boat many of times, let me tell you what. And that's why I keep coming back. Like he said, the good and fast, or the great and fast versus the fast and cheap, worth it every time, especially if you know you spend all this money on these projects and you want the thickness, the consistency, the service. That's why I have never turned back since I came here, you know, shoot, 2 or 3 years ago, probably 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. Yep.
But
yeah, and like the colors you just choose, being able to go and find it real quick. You'll find, hey, there's Sassy Pink.
Bingo.
Right up at the top. And then
Yeah.
you come over here. We have a bunch of different clears. We probably have 20 different clears that we've mixed up. We have 2 racks of full-size clears, a bunch of other ones we've mixed up. And you got your Polar Sparkle clear right there from Prismatic over the top of the Sassy Pink. So it should be good and get those wheels in and out of here in a couple days and not have to touch them too many times.
Yes.
So
we were getting ready to cycle the front corner of the TT Bug Jaws #1, and yeah, I wanted to mount a wheel so bad, but I didn't. And I know that I could come here and wait a couple days and just get them juiced up, spritzed up, get a little pop on them, and then do it and take some legit photos and do another walk around for another episode. These guys are busy, but yeah, he always takes the time to make it right for anyone and everyone, whether you're a small fish or just some kook like me. So don't you have a bunch of like different speckles that you could put in it too?
yeah, so that's where we mix up our own clears.
Okay, so custom.
Whether it's you're mixing a couple tablespoons of automotive pearl into a clear where you're trying to get something perfect, like we're doing color matches right now for one of the new Ram TRXs.
That's awesome.
Trying to match the wheels to the rings to the bottom part of the cab, and you just add more clear and less pearl, or vice versa, and just try to keep everything on it, whether it's depending upon what it is. Like there's MSX-02, which is 1:1, 1 pound to 1 tablespoon, and try to keep everything labeled so when the customer comes back, they can get the same thing over and over again on their work order. We have the color in there and what it is, and it's detailed. So when you come back in 3 years and you're like, hey, I want to do this the same, we have a record of it, and it just saves time. And we're just trying to save time here as much as possible, and that's trying to stay swift.
There's such a science to all this, and yeah, I mean, so what's the rundown on, I mean, obviously you guys do
the process and powder coating.
Yeah, what's the full process? So say someone drops something off here, what's the next couple waves that you guys go through in order to get something out the door? So
depending upon if it's new construction or if you're re-powder coating or recoating something, aluminum or steel. So if you're recoating something, if it's aluminum, we'd have to chemically strip it. You can't burn it off. If it's steel, you burn it off, and then you go and sandblast or sand to set a profile for the powder to stick to, because you're gonna have peaks and valleys that the powder is gonna have to fill. It's gonna have to fill the valleys and then cover the peaks. So if you just have something smooth, your powder is just going to chip off. So if we go and sand something, we'll set a profile. After it comes out of that, you're going to have the valleys. After you sandblast it, you basically hand sand it barely. You drop the top of the peaks off so you don't see those sticking out over the powder.
Yeah.
You want a nice consistent 2 to 5 thousandths or 2 to 5 mils of powder coverage. You start getting it into like the 8 thou coverage, it's going to get more susceptible to chipping. If you get it too low, you're going to start seeing the profiles and the peaks. So
science.
Yeah, after you do that, we'll hang it up. If it's something like aluminum and has oil in it, after it gets sanded or sandblasted, we'll put it in the oven. We'll give it a pre-bake. We'll pre-bake it longer than what you're going to bake it for the original bake cycle, for the bake cycle of the colors. So if you're going to bake it 30 minutes or 35 minutes, you've got to put it in for 45 or 50 minutes for a pre-bake to get more oil out of there. Or if it's galvanized, to get the gas out and outgas. Then your next step is your colors. Most powder is a 2-stage powder. You're going to go from either a primer and a top coat for something that's exterior, or like Blake's wheels that we're doing, or his rings we're doing. It's going to have a Sassy Pink for a base coat, and then it's going to have a Polar Sparkle for a top coat. In between those two coats, everything has a cure time and flow out. When you powder coat something, powder is basically colored baby powder that goes on electrostatically. You're gonna have a part that's grounded and then have a positive charge coming out of the gun, and the powder's basically gonna wrap it. And that's where powder's a little more affordable than liquid paint. The labor's not there. You don't have to paint 100% of the part. You paint 50% on one side and then 50% of the other side, and it'll wrap the edges. And that's how you can get down deep into wheels and not have too much on there. Once you put the first layer on, you put it in the oven, you just want it to tack up. If you put it in there for a full 30 minutes, it's gonna get too hard, your top coat's not gonna stick, then it's gonna flake off later. So you put it in there 5 minutes, let it flow out, pull it out of the oven, let it cool down, shoot a top coat on it. Every now and again, if there's tight edges, powder's electrostatic, so it's trying to jump the bridge and not want to get into the powders, you shoot it like 140 degrees. The oven's set about 420 degrees, 430 degrees.
Summertime must be nice.
Summertime's great in the shop. Everybody loves it. We drink a lot of Gatorade, and Blake comes by for a lot of ice cream. So
true story. I know the code to the refrigerator in the little secret area, and during the summer, this dude's always on deck. And sometimes there's some White Claws if it's depending on the time of the day. You know,
yeah,
when you come by.
About 4:30.
Yeah. So
that's definitely good. And then once you put the top coat in, you're gonna final bake it. And each powder has a different final bake, and powder starts to cure when it hits metal temp. So once the metal reaches temp, and if you look at like one of these boxes here, you're gonna have an area. And Tiger's the powder we use mostly. This powder, you can be 338 degrees for 20 to 35 minutes. And if you bake it too long, you're gonna have overbake where it's gonna be more susceptible to chipping. If you bake it not enough, you're gonna have the same issue.
Yeah.
If not, you're gonna have, or it'll come off with like an acetone wipe test or chemicals go on it, it'll come off way too easy. So it's important on every box to know what your bake cycles are, and know when everything goes in the oven. So,
what color are you getting? Black? No, I'm just kidding. Good luck. Fine. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, you guys make it easy. So
yeah, we try to make it easy.
Not good luck.
Everything's just organized.
Yeah, that's a huge deal, man.
So another thing, when the powder comes out of the oven after its 35-minute bake cycle or however long it's in there, because you've got 10 minutes to get to metal temp, and then you'll have like a 20-minute time for it being in the oven. It'll come out of the oven. It'll cool down. On cool days, you know, you'll have the rack will cool down within 20-30 minutes, and when you pull it off, it's 100% done, cured, ready to go, delivered to the customer. So
awesome.
Most time, as soon as the rack goes in the oven, we'll call the customer, let them know, hey, your part's gonna be ready to pick up in an hour. And our goal is to never, we don't want to pull.
I've been that guy.
Right.
I've been that guy.
We don't want to have to pull the part off the rack and set it on the shelf. I'd rather pull it off the rack and put it right in the customer's car, and it saves the labor and the time of doing that, and can focus on getting the next customer's parts done.
So essentially, there's a lot that goes into powder coating, and again, that's where the quality control, the efficiency, the time management, everything that they've done here at Swift is just like top notch, and that's what keeps me coming back. I showed you guys those colors of the wheels. Hopefully you guys learned something. There's so much that goes into it. I learn something new every time I come here, and I'm excited to start cycling the front of the TT Bug with this pink and silver combination. That's also going to carry into the new look that we're going to do with the wrap when we unreveal the finished turnkey jaws. Cameron, Bobby.
Yeah, couldn't do without either one of them.
Love you guys. It's another episode. If you guys like this episode, if you guys know anything, other secrets, share them. If you guys are in need, I'm going to put their website down below in the description, so you guys can find these guys, hit them up, get some quotes on anything and everything metal. They should be able to tackle that project for you, no problem. Hope you all enjoyed. Again, thank you much. Like, comment, subscribe. We got a bunch of new fresh gear. That's what keeps us rolling and allows us to share and just build these things, and then we appreciate everyone's support. We'll see you in the des. Keep it real. Catch you on the next one. Damn, it's hot in there. Woo, she baking. She baking. Oh man.
Small racks. Racks for the little jobs. We get them in and out in between the big racks.
My hair just dried, dude. Like instantly from that shit. What up? And then every beadlock wheel that you get will have hardware in it, so you never get any sort of obstruction when you're mounting these, which is nice. These guys come from an off-road background, so knowing that certain pivot points and or tolerances on everything from where your lug nuts are gonna seat to where your hub sets on, it's all taped off. The tire bead, like, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And then like all your uniball cubs, all your heims, all your bungs, all that stuff is taken into accounted for. Temperature. Dang. Well, that's a quick look. Look who showed up, Bobby. What's up, Bobby?
What up?
Cruising, dude. Dropped off some wheels, not as many as the McMillans, but I still dropped off a few.
Right on.
Yeah. He is another owner here at Swift. Basically, these guys are the shit. They got the beautiful mariachi music going on. Getting ready to powder right now. He's sticking the gun in there. Let's check it out. Let's see this process right here. Got everything clean. What's up, dude? Getting ready to spray?
Yeah, right.
Ooh, stuffed it in there. Yeah, baby. Let's see it. Let's see it. We'll give you guys a little taster real quick. So here's a work order right here.
Yeah, you shoot Bengal white, get a chemical strip, you're gonna get a fluorescent yellow on the top of it.
That's what's up. So basically, that's what goes down. Yeah, dude. Top coat going down with a Bengal white right here, live action. So then it's gonna go in the oven and it's gonna bake. The top coat's gonna bake, or the base coat, and it's gonna come back over here when it's tacky and it's gonna get the final coat. Up and everything ready to rock. This is awesome. This is awesome. Let's go into the science now and the whole process of how this all takes place and what processes or how many levels it takes for this whole process to go down and get you guys a turnkey, final, fit, finish, badass, top-notch product like this.